Welcome to Do Y'all See This podcast?
Reacts.
This is Eva.
And this is Neci. We're going to stop saying what episode it is, but welcome back to this episode for this week. And we are so happy that you have joined us. And we're going to jump right on in to some real news, which is sad actually to hear that Brittany Griner has been, it's been finally released, I guess, that Brittany Griner was or is, hopefully by the time this comes out, it'll be was being held in Russia for, I can't say unknowingly, some hashish cartridges for vape pens in her carry-on, in her traveler's bags. And a lot of people are saying that, well, it's being reported, at least by the New York Times, that they kind of feel like maybe she's being targeted. Hopefully that's not the case, because we're just now finding out about this. And she was actually detained back in February, and it is the second week of March now. So it's really kind of disconcerting to find out. It'd be sad to find out if, a regular person per se was being held. But, with her being someone who is a little more high profile, it definitely seems like she could be getting targeted. With this charge, it actually comes with, I think, a minimum of 10 years, or it could be a maximum of 10 years. But with everything going on with Russia and American relations, like, you never know. It could just be she gets the 10 years. Hopefully, he just come on home.
So I will say, when it was first reported, they definitely made it sound like it had just happened, and this might have been a situation where it did have to do with Russia and Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
To hear that she's been under lockdown or been there since February, it was really surprising to me. That's all.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say too. Yeah, and I mean, you can't play with them drug charges across.
Um,
I've seen, what is it, locked up abroad a couple times, and
I've heard about people who travel from like California to, across country in just the United States. And I've always been like really like leery of having anything on me or anything like that. And I was like, I don't have the wherewithal to be
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm gonna put this somewhere. But apparently, like, she wasn't even trying to like hide it or anything. It was just her personal usage of her vape cartridges, which I guess here in America may be legal. I don't know, because most of my life I've been calling it hashish, and I've just found out that it's called hashish. Um, and apparently it's like a high concentrate of marijuana in it, and it's the THC, which actually gets you high. So I don't know. I don't know. As a person who was traveling to another country, I'm very surprised that she was so comfortable to bring it in there. And either way, I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't change the fact that we're finding out about it now. It's just like, hopefully it isn't being used as a bargaining tool. Like, just let her come home.
Free Britney.
One Britney's free, and now we try to get another one
There
free.
you go. Say, Britney's getting in trouble all over the place.
Right? Right.
So we're gonna move into something a little bit lighter. Well, sort of. I almost feel like this is
Exactly.
almost like more serious because it's so
Right.
weak. So if you haven't heard, Normani and Sam Smith released a song in 2019 called "Dancing with a Stranger." I love this
Oh,
song.
I love it. I
I
love
love this
it.
song. I love the video. I think it fits. It's funny because it fits both of their aesthetic, and it was such
Mm-hmm.
a
Really
nice,
does.
like, it was such a good collaboration.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, they are
Unfortunately.
now being sued for copyright infringement and possible plagiarism of this song. There's a
Alleged.
songwriter. Yeah,
Alleged.
I know, allegedly. The songwriter Jordan Vincent wrote a song, Dancing with Strangers, in 2017, and it
Okay.
was released. And he's saying that Normani and Sam Smith's song, is a ripoff of his song.
Have you heard it?
I have. So I went and I listened to both songs to see if I could see any real, like, oh, obviously these are, plagiarized. If I was
Mm-hmm.
just listening to the songs, I would not think that they were they were the same, or I could not really say that these are the same song. Besides the fact that they use a phrase like "dancing with a stranger," there's some things that are
Very
just
fit any
repeated.
song.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just going to be repeated, and that's fine. I feel like they don't have the same vibe. They don't really have the same feeling. Even the lyrics are different. The problem, and what I think is where they're going to get in trouble, is the videos. The videos are pretty similar, and I worry. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna worry because Sam Smith and Normani are not gonna come to me.
I
Like,
worry.
yeah, I know. Like, I'm so sorry, Sam. No, the videos are really similar. There are quite a few points where they're really similar. There are points where there's a
Mhm.
woman dancing over the song, or there's there's lyrics that are over the exact same kind of visuals, and that is where I think they're gonna get in trouble.
And this is the second time Sam Smith has been burned like that.
Yes. And that kind of pattern of behavior will be taken into account. And that may
Ooh.
look really bad to anyone who's looking at it from the outside. So, again,
Yeah.
I don't think they are the same song or they are necessarily plagiarized. It's the video and the visuals where I think it was highly, highly inspired by
I
Jordan
believe.
Benson's song.
Believe.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
You know, it's always really touchy with stuff like I have to be honest, even if it is inspired by, I feel like that's like where all music kind of comes from. So to then sue someone just for the fact that it kind of gives you that same vibe, like obviously everyone has like their inspirations, the type of artist that they grew up on. Of course, you want to continue that type of feel. The fact that you're saying that there's a video that coincides like almost like right there with it, that really leans you into, so did they hear this and see this and then we're like, we could do this better, we're famous, we could actually this person out,
I'm
you
actually
know.
going to add into the music label had access to Jordan Vincent's song. Yeah, and that is another point which I think is going to look really, really bad. So the music label had the song, and they were shopping it around for other artists, and then
Mhm.
for Normani and Sam Smith to come out with this song, it looks really bad.
So maybe it won't center, maybe this will shift to the record label and not to them.
Yeah, well, they're
Because the
included.
record label,
So
because if they went into it unknowingly, like just given direction, like, okay, this is the type of video we want, blah, 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 and never having actually have seen it, and was just given words and everything, and they sang them, then you really can't fault them for it. You have to fault where they got that information from.
yeah.
Like, is it really their job to do the due diligence on that?
That is a good question,
Like,
and I feel like they probably have the music label has like a legal department that should deal with this. This is
I think so.
their purview.
But I mean, if you are the writer and you now see your song out there, you see your words and you're not getting any credit and you see it and blew up,
And
yeah, I get it.
yes, because
And
the Sam Smith and Normani song got 3 billion streams.
girl, but
So yeah,
that's not really any money for them. That's what the artists be saying. They
mhm,
say that streams don't really be meaning anything anymore.
yeah,
I mean, billion could get you a couple of dollars,
hmm
but billion that ain't yours, oh, that could really get you some money. Because just showing that statistic means that you can say that they got something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I can't say I feel so bad, but
I know it's one of those things. Like it's a situation which is unfortunate, but also it's not really personal.
exactly. I'm
So
sad for them. Sad for
yes,
them. But
yeah,
my day will go on.
correct.
But we want to thank you all for joining us for this week's Do Y'all See This Moments? And hit that subscribe button, and that way you can get notified every time a new episode drops. Thank you for catching up with us.
You. Bye.
Bye. Did you see that? Did y'all see that?